Inside, the lights are low. This isn't your typical lounge. This is where the forgotten tales gather, where the shadows have their say. We'll talk of monsters in the woods, of killers with a motive and lights in the sky, and ghosts in the attic. Come into the waiting room, please.
All right, move over, Sweet Tooth. Move over, Jester. Move over, Joker. And move over, Pennywise, because we have in the house Obsolete. How you doing, Obsolete?
I'm doing good, brother. How are you doing?
Hey, I'm doing fine. Your other persona is Isaac Dirty Dog Stewart.
It is.
And I think you were also known as Tugboat. Is that correct?
I am known as Tugboat. I am. That was from the days of Marines when I was in the Marines.
Holy cow! Because we got Phil DiSarro, who's also, and he's a Marine.
All right, yes, sir.
I was Army.
What year? What years were you in?
I was in from 2001 till 2000. I got injured in 2006.
Oh, okay, yeah, I was in 93 to 97, so just
okay. I think you was in Desert Storm.
Yeah.
I was in Afghanistan.
Yeah, I got my you know how you do the 4 active and the 4 inactive reserve. Mine just expired just as the whole 9/11 thing hit, and I was just getting my career started and family life going after that. So,
well, thank you for your service, though. You're still a Marine, brother.
Yeah, thank you for yours, brother.
Yes, sir.
Thank you for your service.
Yeah, thank you too, brother. I appreciate it, man. We're all one big family.
And I hope hope you like former Army guys.
I do.
I'm not. I hadn't been in the services, but I thank you. And my mother and father were both SFPD. My dad was a Vietnam vet, and my stepdad, he was a Marine at Camp Pendleton.
Oh wow! Okay, that's awesome. I was out of Paris Island, and then I went to Okinawa, Japan, and then I went to Afghanistan.
Hey, what battalion were you in boot camp?
I was in Delta 112.
And wait, you were in 1st Battalion?
Yeah, 1st Battalion.
Okay, you were up by the front. Okay.
I was yeah.
Man,
have you seen that show Boots yet?
I have. I love it.
That's their 2nd Battalion in there, and there's just some things in there that just are a little bit different than
yeah.
Well, I was in 3rd Battalion, the 3rd Herd, out where nobody can hear you scream, and things are a little bit different out there.
Exactly.
Yeah.
My grandfather was paratroopers 503.
Oh wow. Okay.
Right on.
Yeah, so Australia.
Hell yeah. That's what's up.
And I don't think any of the women in our family ever went into any of the armed forces, but all the men in our family was. So
yeah.
I'm not trying to brag on this. I don't know what this means, but my dad never said nothing till like maybe a couple of years ago, but he got a Purple Heart too.
Yeah, that's a great thing to have. Bronze Star and Purple Heart. I got one of those as well.
Oh yeah, okay. All right.
So what happened? How'd you get hurt, Isaac?
An IED explosion took out most of my unit. Only 3 of us made it, and I was fortunate. So I ended my tour. I actually ended my tour in Fallujah, Iraq.
Wow, I am so sorry to hear that, hon.
Wow.
That's okay. I appreciate it, hon.
Yeah.
Listen, thank you for your service, though.
Actually, being in the service created this character. I decided I wanted to do something that wasn't so tragic, and I got into acting, and we just released our movie Clown Motel 3 Ways to Hell. Go check it out.
The first one.
Yeah, the first one's good, but the third one has a lot of military training in it, and it's got the clowns going after the military.
I cannot wait to see that. That'll be awesome.
Yeah. I
Oh my
actually got
gosh.
yeah, it's called Clown Motel 3 Ways to Hell. And
Okay.
they send in a secret well like mercenaries to save the one of the sergeants, and
Okay.
it's just chaos from there. The clowns and the soldiers go at it.
Oh, that's gonna be fun. I can't wait.
Yeah.
Yeah, Isaac, I saw Clown Hotel too. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, it was a pretty good one. That
Yeah,
introduced yeah, that was really good. That's where Sergeant Kelly gets kidnapped.
oh my God. Hey,
It,
and I also I gotta tell you, my cousin Will Villalobos, he was a lifetime Marine, and
oh wow.
when he got out, guess what club he joined?
What's
The
that?
the Hell's Angels.
Oh
With his
yeah.
other cousin, because his other cousin was in the San Jose Gypsy Jokers, and he's in the Hell's Angels now.
Right. Hell yeah. That is what it's up.
You're not a biker, are you, Isaac?
Yeah, I do. I was actually in a movie called Bikers versus Werewolves where I play a biker. But I do ride bikes, yeah.
Holy
I
cow.
heard that.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, how
Isaac,
fun. Okay.
let me finish introducing Isaac. Okay. So Isaac Dirty Dog Stewart, also known as Tugboat, and also to his other persona, that variant, Obsolete. But anyway, he was a former pro wrestler, MMA fighter.
Yes, sir.
He's got into indie horror movies. The movies that he's been in is Clown Motel 3 Ways to Hell, American Terror Tales 3, Return to Death Park, and his IMDb says he got a special thanks for Cursed Waters, Alien Storm, XXX Myths. And he's also too working at Fright Fest, Six Flags Great Adventure.
Yes.
So, yeah, he's got all kinds of things going on. How in the hell
Yes,
did
sir.
you get the horror movies?
I've always been a horror movie fan. My mother got me into Jason Friday the 13th. And when I moved to LA 8 years ago, I met Kane Hodder, which plays Jason, and we've actually become good friends.
Wow.
Yeah, he's actually the godfather of my daughter now. And
Man.
yeah, it's so awesome because my hero,
Oh
yeah,
my God.
yeah, that's so one of my heroes is my daughter's godfather. And
That's
I started
insane.
I started meeting like Joseph Kelly and Ken Brewer. I've actually got 14 movies under my belt now. They just ain't on my IMDb. But the biggest two movies I've been in to date was Bikers versus Werewolves, which hasn't been released. It won't be released until next spring, and Clown Motel 3 Ways to Hell. Where kind of at the end of it, I kind of take charge
Nice.
of the clowns and stuff like that, which is awesome. I love working with Joseph Kelly. It was a fun crew. We spent countless hours in the desert, and when I say it was hot, I'm telling you, we was in the desert. We started out in Tonopah, Nevada, at the actual Clown Motel, and then we went to what they call Nelson Ghost Town in Nevada, and it was in the midsummer. Yeah, it was in the dead of August, and I'm wearing all this latex and this paint, and it feels like my face is just melting off.
Oh
Yeah.
my gosh.
And you've been in the desert before, and you know hot. So if you said it was hot, it was hot.
Yes, sir. It was
Right.
really hot. It was really
Yeah, with
hot.
all that latex and stuff. Woo!
Yeah, it's a job to wear this costume. I tell you, it ain't easy. I've actually got 6 custom clown masks. This ain't the original Obsolete.
Okay.
This is the one that I think looked the best. I kind of want to get rid of the mohawk, but it works, and it worked in the movie real well. But my original Obsolete was was what they call a ripped and stitched. It was custom made, but the mouth was ripped and stitched together, and it was ripped open in the eye. So it was pretty cool. You know, I still got that mask because it's the original.
How fun. So
Yeah.
Do you ever think about like inventing, like, you know how your hero? Did you ever think about coming up with a new character or something, do you always think about like a new one that could just impact everybody?
I'm actually, and I was going to tell y'all about that later. I actually got a new character that's coming out in December. It's a custom-made mask. I haven't revealed who he is or what he's going to be, but I will say he's not a clown. But it's going to be a kill. It's going to be a killer surprise in December. I'm releasing this character, and I hope everybody enjoys him. I can't wait to release this character. I'm glad you mentioned that because I said, I've been a clown for so long. I want to do another persona, another character. And this one, I'm really happy with this one.
I can't wait. That'll be awesome.
Yeah,
So do you make all your own prosthetics and stuff? Do you make your own masks and stuff?
I don't. I go to a company called Screaming Banshee or Nightmare Effects. And I have them, they got a custom mold on my face. So they just take my mold and they make the mask.
Yeah,
right. I do tell them what I want on it and how I want it customized and stuff though.
Okay. All right. Are you planning on like introducing this new character into a movie that maybe you've been thinking about?
No, I'm just going to introduce him on social media. I can actually do it here, I can introduce him on this show.
I would love that.
Yeah, we love that. Hey, that's
yeah, I can do that. That would rock, buddy. I would love to do that because I think this character I'm bringing out is such an impactful character, and I believe I could do more with him than I can Obsolete. Which sounds kind of stoic in a way because Obsolete has accomplished a lot, but I want to get a deeper message out, because I'm anti-bullying, I'm anti a lot of things, and I'm pro-life, I'm pro-animals. So I kind of want to send a more positive message, but this will be a creepy character though, but just with different aspects of life and stuff.
Isaac, you're doing a lot of great things. That's really a very
positive.
Yes, sir.
What are you doing for the animals? Because we're all animal lovers. Phil over there has like 7 dogs, 3 cats. Zandine's got cats coming up, the yin yang. And
Isaac, they did a prayer for me on my cat was sick a couple of weeks ago. Man, I was going through it. The little guy was like just taking his lumps, and and they took him to the doctor, and they gave him a little something, and we just didn't know. They prayed for him, and it felt like it really worked.
Yeah, I believe in the power of prayer, brother. I do. Believe it or not, I'm an ordained minister as well. I know that it sounds kind of funny coming from this guy, but
not at all.
Yeah.
You know what the people that Isaac, when you were talking about them creating a mask, I was going to ask you, have you tried like using one of the agents and having them describe to them a mask you want a AI agent, have them printed up in plastic for you? Have you ever tried just to see for giggles?
I have. I got a buddy I'm working on a project with now. We're doing a little show called Metal Earth. And I'm a mechanical beaver. And it's an animated show, but he can actually do AI stuff and play around with it.
Wow.
And we've come up with some killer concepts. His name, if you want to check him out, his name is Looney Dingo.
Looney Dingo? Okay.
Looney Dingo. He's a really good guy. He's the producer of Metal Earth. I'm the associate producer. But he can do anything with AI. And I'm like, wow, some of his concepts are just off the wall.
Okay. Wow. Okay. So you guys are already on it. You already on it. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Isaac, have you ever thought about taking your character, the Obsolete, and making it into a comic book?
That's a good question. I would love to do that. I never thought of that until you just mentioned it. I would love to have an Obsolete comic book because we do have a clothing line. Well, it's not a clothing line. We got a group called Creatures of Havoc with our logo on it. And we got a few shirts with my mug on it. But I would love to be a comic book character because I love comics and stuff like that. And I love how you said move over Joker because I would love to use Obsolete to just take over the Joker's world.
Well, that would be awesome.
I'll introduce you to one of my artists. His name's William Carlisle, and he's taken my persona, the Demon Warrior, and placed it into comic books. So I'll introduce you to, and maybe he can do some drawings for you. I would like to see a crossover with Obsolete and Sweet Tooth.
I would love that, brother. Like we talked about in the past. I'm an ex-professional wrestler. Samoa Joe, which plays Sweet Tooth, got nothing but love and respect for him. So I would love to have me battle Sweet Tooth. Because if you watch,
that would be so awesome. Oh my gosh. I would so watch that.
Yeah, if you watch me in Clown Motel 3, I've got certain powers in the clown realm. So everybody's like, well, Samoa Joe's such a big dude. I'm like, yeah, but Obsolete can disappear and reappear and does all that fancy MMA stuff. And
you still remember any of your moves, man?
Yeah, I do. I had a finishing move. You talking about in wrestling?
Yeah, because those things, I tell people, people used to tell me, oh man, when I was little, that's fake and this and that. And I tell them like this: if somebody did those moves to you in real life with no mat, you tell me if it's fake then.
Exactly. I like to say it's scripted and not fake because I feel every move I ever done every day I wake up.
Oh yeah.
Matter of fact, I broke my back 3 times. I've had surgery. I've had surgery twice. They thought I'd never walk again one time.
Oh my gosh.
And yeah, so it's not really fake. When you land on that plywood, and it is plywood, it don't give that much, and there's not much padding there. A lot of people think there is, but there's not. And you do these, unlike football and NASCAR and stuff like that, you don't get a day off. You do it.
You don't get a day off. You don't get a week to rest and all, and you don't have pads.
You don't.
Like not like the vital parts. Yeah, man.
Yeah. It's great. My favorite move I performed was called. I got the name off of a cheerleading movie, but it's called "Touched by an Angel." And what I would do is I would get them in like the Scorpion Death Drop, but instead of dropping down with them like Sting does, I would pick them straight up inverted and then go backwards with them.
Oh.
Yeah. So
I used to love Sting. I liked wrestling. I love Sting. I love MMA. I'm the biggest horror movie person on the face of this planet. I used to be friends with Tony Todd. So watching The Last Final Destination was hard.
I love Tony. Me and Tony had shared some moments together ourselves.
I know.
He was a great guy. I cried like a baby when he died. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, me too. Yeah.
Yeah. I was just like, wow.
So you guys both knew him. That's ironic. You guys both knew him too, and you both felt that he was a good guy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh yeah, he was so amazing. Tobin Bell is as well. I mean, I talked to him like once or twice, but he's so good in trying to get people into acting and things like that. So
it's funny you mentioned.
Oh, go ahead.
It's funny you mentioned Tobin. I actually got his personal number. We talk occasionally, and he's a real big romantic comedy fan too.
That's great. Well, and I was just going to ask, how did you decide that you wanted to kind of get into the acting part of it, and then come up with these characters? How did you start that?
I started when I was a kid doing what they call haunt acting in haunted houses and trails and stuff.
Yeah,
and I loved people's reaction to it. And I was so good at it. I mean, I ain't trying to brag, but I was so good at it that I was like, I can make a living out of this by doing it on film. I just need to meet the right people. And when I come to LA, I live with Linda Blair of The Exorcist.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Wow.
Linda Blair. What was that like? Let's stop right there. What's that like, man?
That was awesome. She become like a second mom to me. I mean, she really took me under her wing. And she's got a dog rescue called the Linda Blair World Heart Foundation.
Yep.
Okay. And we had a couple hundred pits on the property that we took care of and rescued and stuff like that. And I started working with her foundation, and I met a few of her agents, and I met a few independent industry people that I fell in love with, like the Mahal Enterprise and Joe Kelly and Death Stalker Productions. And I just started working with them, and they started liking the way they're like, we love how you can just do your own, you make a certain step, you turn your head a certain way. And I actually learned that from people like Kane Otter and Don Shank of Halloween 5, to do your own thing. And originally, Obsolete started out as a silent clown, so it's even harder to scare somebody silently. So you got to learn how to tilt your head a certain way. You got to learn how to turn your body. You just got to be menacing. And I fell in love with the acting method of that, and I wanted to just do it. And I luckily and fortunately got the chance to do so.
I say, holy shit, Linda Blair. I met Linda Blair at Roller Boogie. I was an dancer in Roller Boogie, and I got
that is awesome. Yeah, we talk every day, me and Linda. She's a great lady. Yeah, she's her and my ex-wife are the reason I'm into the movies now. They're the ones that really pushed me forward and got me my start and said, go for it. You just gotta not be scared. And I said, I'm a jokester anyway. In real life, I'll play a prank on you in a minute. Especially if I like you, I'm gonna scare the shit out of you or play a prank on you. So, and I got known on set for doing that to the actors, and that was funny because they was like, "This guy's crazy. He's off the chain." I would wait till they would be setting up a scene, and I'd go hide in the dark bushes somewhere, and I'd wait till they walk by, and I'd run out like a dog at them, and they'd be like, "Oh shit!" And I'm like, "Yeah, I got you."
I say,
yes, sir.
Me and Phil have a friend named Face. And it's so amazing because you two are so much alike.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, he's getting into movies. He likes horror movies. Wears a mask, and he calls himself Leatherface.
Oh, wow.
And he knew the real Leatherface. So,
yeah, but he doesn't nearly have the wrestling credentials that
he had a touch by an angel, right? He didn't have no touch by an angel.
It's I mean, he was trained by the Tonga Kid.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but outside of that, in one episode of Viva La Bam, and I think a little bit of time with Sid Bodie. That's about the extent of that.
Okay. Have you ever wrestled? I wrestled with Tennessee Wrestling Alliance, Ricky Morton and Robert Gibson.
Okay.
The Rock and Roll Express. They were my original trainers, and I finished my training up with Ric Flair and Dusty Rhodes.
Wow. That's cool.
Jeez, yeah, legends.
Where?
You know Mad Dog Buzz Sawyer? Did you know Mad Dog Buzz Sawyer?
I knew of him, yes. I didn't know him personally, but I knew of him,
Yeah.
What about Moondog Mayne? What about Moondog Mayne?
Michonne, yeah, Moondog Michonne.
Moondog Mayne for back in the days of the Cow Palace, San Francisco, like back in the early 70s, like him and Pat Patterson and Rocky Johnson, the Rock Father.
I know Rocky Johnson and Pat Patterson.
Yeah.
I did a spot with Rocky Johnson actually before his son The Rock even come out.
Wow.
I did a spot with
Rocky. Now that's for real. I mean, The Rock, that's cool, but Rocky Johnson? Come on,
Rocky
man.
Johnson, yeah. We did a spot together where I actually was one of the new bloods that come in and saved him. I was always a face, which everybody knows, that's the good guy. That my Dirty Dog character was the reason I was called the Dirty Dog is I would do the Eddie Guerrero stuff, but I was always the face. So everybody's like, he's a good guy, but he's the Dirty Dog. That son of a bitch just hit you in the chest.
So I say the dirty. You don't remember Moondog Mayne used to eat the glass and the chicken heads and all that shit, man? Moondog Mayne, he was one of the craziest. He wasn't, that dude was like, I mean, it wasn't about how buff or what he was. The dude was just scared. He was just crazy, man.
Yeah. And sometimes that's all it takes. A lot of times people don't realize it ain't the size. It's what you can do with your ability and how crazy you can actually go. it's about selling. You got to know how to sell the product.
I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying.
I have to ask you. My uncle wrestled with Pepper Gomez, Ray Stevens, and Haystack Calhoun. Have you ever heard of those guys?
Ace Calhoun. I've actually worked with Ace Calhoun before. I think he passed now. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Did you say Ace or Haystacks?
Haystack.
Yeah, Haystacks. And I call him Ace though.
Oh, okay.
He liked to play poker, and he always had an ace up his sleeve. Yeah.
You know,
it was just crazy timing, man.
My uncle El Lobo, Encino Villalobos, and I showed you some pictures of him. He said that Pepper Gomez on one of the matches, he took some Louisiana hot sauce and poured it into the guy's eyes, and that was real.
Yeah, and the weird thing about that, I've had ketchup squirted in my eyes during a match, and I know if that ketchup burnt, that the Louisiana hot sauce had to burn, and it was a pure accident how I got ketchup in my eye, which was funny because that's what you live for, is the behind the scenes, the curtain stories is what we call them. We was doing a spot in Canada, in Alberta, Calgary, Canada, and I was wrestling with Tyson Kidd, which is Bret Hart's nephew. I'm sure y'all know that, or Natalia's husband. It ain't really Bret's nephew, but he helped mold him. And we was doing a spot, and we was in the concession stands, and we had done hit each other with everything. And he picked up a ketchup bottle and went to squirt to look like my eyes, but he actually got it in my eyes.
Oh.
So it took forever for me to regain my composure to finish that match.
Oh, yeah.
Have you ever gotten the opportunity to wrestle in Japan?
I did. With New Japan Pro Wrestling, I wrestled the Great Muta. And let me tell you about the Great Muta. The greatest guy in the world. And now to see him, he's kind of stiff and old and moves around, because I just recently reconnected with him at a con. But that man taught me more in one match than most people I've ran with my whole career.
Wow.
The Great Muta does not get enough credit, I don't think. That's who I wrestled in New Japan with, and he could just sell a move. He could make you look good. Even if you was having an off night, he would make sure you looked good during the match.
Wow.
That's so nice. Oh my God.
Muta.
Yeah. The Great Muta. I respect him so much now. I remembered as a child, like you said, I'm a Sting fan, a Sting and Ricky the Dragon Steamboat fan. And I remember the Great Muta and Sting beef, and how they put it all on the line for each other. So I was honored to wrestle the Great Muta, knowing that I grew up watching this guy.
Yeah.
And I would say that besides wrestling Kane, which is Glenn Jacobs, was my biggest match to date. Yeah.
You wrestled Kane?
Yeah, I wrestled Kane, and it was called Battle at Barnett Park, and it was the Indies versus the pros. It was WWE versus APW, KCW, HPW, and I drew Kane's name, and I went and talked to him. And you want to talk about a sweet guy? He'll probably kill me about this, but he's a sweet guy. I mean, he is really nice. And he said, "You know what, kid?" He even told me, he says, "Kid, I've seen your moves." He said, "I've been studying you." He says, "You're great." He says, "You got all the potential in the world. I'm going to put you over." And a lot of people that don't know what put you over means, he's going to let you win. You're going to actually win the match. And for someone of Kane's caliber to put someone like me over is just astounding.
Wow.
So I was super honored. I was the only independent wrestler to beat a pro.
Oh my God! You spent some time with APW.
APW, Chief J Eagle.
Yeah. Okay. So you're familiar with NorCal wrestling, then, right?
I am. Yes.
You are. You spent time with Rollins.
Viper. Let's see who else. Rebel Rex.
Big Nasty.
Big Nasty, dump truck.
So you know Sir Samurai.
I've heard of Sir Samurai. I don't know if I've actually worked with him. I can't recall. Like I said, I've had a lot of concussions and chair shots, so I don't remember a lot.
Devil Mountain or any small ones like that?
I'm not
there's
really
sure.
There's
so many of them. I know.
Yeah, there's so many, and just great guys. And a lot of times I know them by their actual real name, and we go out and have a drink together or whatever. So there's chances I've actually went out and had fun with these guys.
I used to film NorCal, and I've only filmed like a couple of SoCal shows. There was one guy named Swoop Dog that was super cool down there, but didn't do much in SoCal years ago. But a lot of NorCal, and the NorCal scene was kind of cool. Where Bobby Hart, the axe murderer out of Stockton, and all that type of stuff. I mean, I liked the indies honestly better than the pros, especially in the past 30 years. It was just a much more exciting show. You really don't know what's going to happen at an indie show.
Yeah, you don't, and those guys have to do it, for pork and beans and crackers, and a lot, with nothing.
Yeah.
I remember sleeping on gym floors in the freezing cold just to do a show, to pack up to leave and drive 9 hours later to another show. And that's what I said. That's where you find the heart of a wrestler, is if they're doing it for the right reason or if they just want a paycheck.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
The most fun shows since when I watched as a kid and was a fan of the old WWF type thing, or the old NWA, that type of thing.
Yeah.
Because the newer WWE, to be honest with you, the past 20 years, I can't get into it, but I could watch indies all day long.
I'm the same way, brother. I feel you. The only wrestler I really care about of today is like Randy Orton.
Oh yeah. Well,
I think he's magic, Randy Orton. Plus, he's a former Marine as well.
He came to Sacramento. They would come to Sacramento every once in a while. I think I went to their events like 6 times, and I got front row seats with my son. And in one of them, I was wearing a black and white NWO shirt, and the camera zoomed in right on me. I go, fuck yeah. Life for life.
For life. The NWO, you're right. The NWO made such an impact. They created the Monday Night Wars. They're the reason Vince McMahon almost went under. So I'm a diehard NWO fan as well. I've got some memorabilia. I've actually did a spot with Macho Man Randy Savage, God rest his soul.
Wow.
Now that's a big dude. A lot of people don't realize how big he is. He's not the tallest guy, but he's built like a tank. I mean, and his real name, I know y'all know, is Randy. And Poffo, and he is such a great guy. But that intensity he brings to the ring, you better know how to do your moves, because he will hurt you, and he won't do it intentionally. But you got to know how to do every bump to wrestle the intensity that man can wrestle.
And he was very Elizabeth.
Oh yeah, Elizabeth. It's such a tragedy with what happened with her.
Oh, I know.
Yeah. Man. So Isaac, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Phil.
No, it was nothing. It was nothing. Go ahead, Zandy.
Oh no, I was just gonna ask you, Isaac, what do you think about they got like these new Asian fight clubs, like in Japan, have two guys will go and say, hey, I want to know the toughest guy in Shibuya. And they'll all fight. They don't even know what experience, but they'll just try to go through several of them. Then they'll just go through the districts. But they find some fight, but they're very untrained. But what do you think about these tournaments and stuff that they do like that?
Honestly, a lot of people's going to disagree with me. I'm not for them, because I think you should be professionally trained, because you're putting not only your life on the line, you're putting somebody else's life on the line as well. So the reason I'm against it personally is because I think in order to create a craft, you need to study and know what you're actually doing. And I'm not saying they don't know what they're doing. I'm just saying if you go into a fight, just like a street fight or a brawl, you don't know the outcome. You don't know if you're maliciously trying to hurt this guy or not. And I've never been about malicious injury. I've always been about a controlled, where there's a referee that can, hey, you're going too far, you're going too hard, stop. And you even got safety words. Well, not in MMA, but like in pro wrestling and stuff like that. So it's not that I'm saying they're doing anything wrong. Just in my opinion, I think they should be well trained in their craft, then go out there and see what you can do.
That's a good point. That's a good, because you could get hurt. I mean, a lot of them guys, they get hurt. But one time, like, just not even like $1,000. You get something busted, or you don't even have medical. And then, like, it's why? Because it was just, everything was unprepared, like you said,
Yeah, it wasn't prepared at all,
Stop you guys. We have 2 minutes and 28 seconds. So this is going to shut off automatically. We're going to take a 10-minute break, smoke them if you got them, and we're going to get a second link and get you back on there. And Isaac, I'm going to tell you, this is a thrilling interview.
I love it.
I freaking love it. We've interviewed some people where we're almost all falling asleep. So, I mean, we have some good stories there. I love listening to you. So we're going to really go on in about 1 minute and 51 seconds.
Okay.
Get some of that Bible in there when you come back.
Yeah. What you were just saying about the craft and the difference between the backyard wrestler and the trained wrestler coming up properly, having a school to go through and being brought in by a real pro. The Goldberg thing, it always brings me to mind what happened between him and Bret Hart.
With the kick from Doom. Yeah. I lived in South Carolina my whole life, which was right beside Georgia. So I've met Bill on a few occasions. I will say he is very sympathetic to what he did to Bret, but I understand Bret being as angry as he is because he took his livelihood. Bill sometimes was unhinged, and I've even told him that. I said, I think sometimes you went out there unhinged. I said, and that's kind of dangerous. I mean, I know you're tough. You can lift 600 pounds like it ain't nothing, but you've already proved that. So slow down, calm down. Gotta, it's all about timing and stuff like that. It's basically a dance, and you sometimes lead, sometimes you follow, but you got to know the timing, the steps you got to take. And Goldberg scared me. Watching him work scared me a little bit.
Remember back in the old days, they used to take razor blades and cut their forehead.
Yeah.
God.
Yeah, I've got a lot of scars. I've actually got a lot of scars from blading myself.
Well, that's when did you start your wrestling career?
1994. Back then, they let you, if you was underage, as long as your parents gave you consent, they let you train. And I actually had my first match in 1995. Wow. And it was against a guy that was called, I may have heard of him, I may have not, but his name is Dump Truck. Not Dump Truck, I'm sorry, Mac Truck. Okay. He's a big dude. He reminds you of Kevin Nash a lot. He's got the long black hair. He's about 7 foot tall. Wow. And he was so gentle with me that, I didn't even realize, because I'm a rookie, I'm green. I didn't even realize, wait a minute. I mean, he actually took care of me through the whole match. But but when you went back and watched the match, when he would slam me, it looked like he was killing me.
Oh, God.
I've heard stories like that. I heard. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Stacey. Yeah, sorry.
No. I was saying you didn't get routine, but you say doing the wrestling part of it.
Yeah. Yeah, he
What year
1995.
is when you stopped?
No, when I stopped, I'm sorry. It was in 2017 or 2018. It was near the end of the year, so I can't remember which year it was. I mean, I've got it written down. I've actually got DVD of it, so I could tell you if I watch it again. I don't like watching my last match because that was the end, and it kind of, yeah. I mean, I still got the itch. Once you're a wrestler, you don't want to be behind the curtain. You don't want to watch the shows because you got that itch to want to go and do it. And the itch never goes away, or it don't for me anyway. And I'm sure there's a lot of guys like the Great Muda that would tell you the same. It just once it's put in your DNA, it stays.
Yeah.
You just constantly want to be a part of that world. And so I try not to watch it much.
It's kind of hard to go to a match or something, huh? It's kind of hard, huh? You just want to get out there on the stage. What do you?
Yeah.
I mean, so let me ask you this: did the wrestling kind of take the place of the feeling you had in the Marines? Because once you come out the Marines, it's people aren't regular. I mean, like you've been through something. So did that kind of take the place, the camaraderie, the brotherhood? Did that have anything to do?
It actually did. I was actually a wrestler before I was a Marine.
Oh, okay.
But you're right though. It does fill a void. You get your brotherhood back, your sisterhood back.
Yeah.
Brother and sisterhood. I mean,
right.
You get that camaraderie like you was talking about. You feel like you're part of a family, and whether you're working the guy or you're tagging with the guy, at the end of the day, you're friends. You're actually buddies, and you just get to go out there and you get to tell a story. And to me, the storytelling was one of the most magical moments because the crowd got to see us perform, and we had to make them believe that, hey, I hate this guy's guts, that I'm really going to rip his head off when I get in there.
Right.
You got to make them believe it. And the wrestling fans are some of the smartest fans I've ever met. If you don't sell your moment, you're just washed up. I mean, you got to sell it. And it's very important, you got to make them believe because they don't fall for anything. They can see things coming a mile away. So if they smell a hint of, well, he's not being real, yeah, you lost a fan,
Yeah. Oh man.
The Attitude Era kind of changed things. Went from the 80s and prior to that, where you had the faces and the heels, and everybody rooted for the faces and booed the heels. But the Attitude Era changed, turned that upside down to where all of a sudden everybody was cheering for the heels.
It really did, and I'm glad you said that because like I say, I was always a face. And I actually started getting booed because I never turned. I never went heel. So a lot of times fans would boo me just because they wanted the difference. They wanted to see something different. But the reason, and I told it in one of my stories in the Wrestling Observer in South Carolina, I made a promise to my father before he died that I would never turn the dirty dog heel, that I would never go bad. I'd been offered multiple times to go heel, change my whole persona. And I couldn't break that promise to my dad. So
can't do it.
I love the mask. I love the mask, brother.
Very few people can you take the mask off with. I mean, in real life, I tell my son, you don't owe nobody nothing, man. You got a mask. If you wanted to, you don't have to take that mask off unless you really, if you know what I mean. So,
right, yeah, exactly. Well, see, actually, I wrestled as my human. I never wrestled as Obsolete, which is funny because I think this guy could have been a hell of a character.
I like that name, man. My human. I like that name.
Yeah, Obsolete Entity. So I never wrestled as Obsolete. I always wrestled as Isaac the Dirty Dog Stewart, which y'all could check me out on Facebook and add me if you want. I'm a down to earth guy, and that's what the producers love about me that I work with is that no matter what they offer me, I'm grounded. I'm like, no, if it don't fit my, you know, my concept of what I feel is right, I won't do it.
And
That's good.
Dirty Dog. Do people get confused because of the name Dirty Dog, thinking that you're a heel?
They did. They did.
Yeah.
It's really funny that you asked that. I'm glad you did, because if I go to a show, let's say in Germany or in Canada, where they don't know the Dirty Dog, where I'm not a normal, and they hear on the card the Dirty Dog versus so and so, they're going to naturally think the Dirty Dog is the heel because the name.
Right.
I sound like I'm the dirty player, like Ric Flair, the dirtiest player in the game. So, sometimes it was hard. So I had to extra sell, which means I had to go out there and really get the crowd on their feet to let them see, oh, this guy's on our side. This guy's with us,
Wow.
And it all come down to, my dad was such a diehard wrestling fan that when I started the journey, he said, I've never seen you as a bad guy. He said, and I never want to. He said, and that's being biased as a father. I get it. And I made that promise. And I ain't gonna lie.
I got sons, I know.
Yeah. And there's times when I regret making that promise to him, because I've often wondered what would have happened if the Dirty Dog had been heel. What would have happened if I could make the crowd boo me or hate me, which they did at the end anyway, because I was always good. But
Yeah.
So I often wondered what I could have brought to the table as a heel. So I don't consider myself, and even though I've got 24 years experience in it, I don't consider myself a well-rounded wrestler, because I never got that experience to go heel. But I wouldn't break a promise either. So, you just
you're not gonna have to live where stuff you have done and your promise would have been God was not worth it at all. Do that.
Yeah.
One of the things, Isaac, I noticed, one of my good friends, Alexis Derevko, it was always the played the Russian, the bad guy, and he's one of the nicest guys in the world. And I quickly found out that, and I've heard this from other people too, is that the bad guys, the heels, are normally the nicest guys in the business.
They are. They are.
The faces are normally the guys you got to watch out for sometimes.
And I've had that happen to me. I won't mention no names, but I had a childhood hero of mine that I met, and he was a total prick. He wasn't a good guy like he claimed on TV. He was a really rotten guy. But then I met some heels that were the super sweetest guys that you would ever meet, that would give you the shirt off their back. And so heels don't get enough. I don't think heels get enough credit, because heels really, they have to play so many parts, and it's not just mental. They got to do it physical. I mean, a heel has to really, to be a heel, you got to know how to work an angle. And a lot of people don't get that. They're like, oh, you just go up there and you just say this, you say that, you just make the crowd. It's not that simple. Like I say, the crowd can see through bullcrap. And
you gotta sell. You gotta learn how to take a beating and sell it, and want that crowd to. The crowd's got to want to see you get beaten night after night, 365 days a year, and pay to see you get beat, and want to pay to see you get beat again and again. That's why Flair was so good. I would pay $1 billion to see Flair get beat up every day of the week, and I love the guy, but nobody can sell like him.
Yeah, Rick. Now the thing with Rick, I've got a few stories of Rick, and I think you'll love this since you're a Ric Flair fan. Rick is on a different level when I say a different level, I mean, he's one of the greatest of all times. But as a person, Ric Flair is temperamental as hell. So you sometimes get the awesome Ric Flair, and then sometimes you get the Ric Flair that'll slap you in the chest for real. So
he's whole.
yeah, he's a very with Ric Flair. I'll give him one thing: you don't know if he is selling it or if he means it, because he is that temperamental. So
turned up all the time, huh?
Yeah. I mean, he's just like, wow.
And I have to say, woo!
Yeah, exactly, brother. I tell you, he
well, the alcohol might have something to do with it too. He does tend to drink a lot.
He does. But in a real note on Ric Flair, he is humble to be where he is. In a sense of, he takes the business serious. Like, he really, a lot of people don't realize this. When he went off on Mick Foley in, I think it was TNA, he wasn't faking that. That was really Ric Flair. He went off script. He wasn't faking that. He wasn't faking a bit of it, and it kind of threw everybody in the locker room for a loop. Like, we're like, whoa,
like what's going on here?
Yeah, that's what you call breaking kayfabe, and you're like, whoa, wait a minute. And in my heart, I felt sorry for Mick Foley, because I'm a diehard Mick Foley fan, which I'm a Ric Flair fan too.
Yeah, that divided everybody, because everybody loves Mick Foley and almost everybody loves Ric Flair. Wow. So yeah.
What do you call it, Isaac? What was that word you used? The
kayfabe.
Okay. I want to ask you, since you said that, one of the kind of most disturbing things I saw. I mean, I don't know if it was, Bad Blood or Heel or anything like that, but Rikishi and Pat Patterson. Rikishi, the way he disrespected Pat Patterson, because I grew up and I was like, wow. And then what Pat Patterson did to him. Yeah. What can you talk about that? Or is that off limits?
No, I can talk about it. That's actually what they call shooting on each other. You got two forms of shooting in wrestling. You can actually go off script while you're physically in a match and hurt somebody by shooting on them, or you can talk against their character or against their person. And when I say person and character, I mean, we play a character, but we also are a person. And sometimes they break kayfabe and they shoot on each other and they go off character and go on to the actual person. So that is a lot of time real.
Okay.
I've had it happen to me with a guy I thought was my best friend. He did an interview and he shot on me so hard, I had to respond. I was like, wait a minute, hold up. Let's get both sides of the story, Yeah. And sadly it happens because
it's like Muhammad Ali and Joe Frazier. People don't know that before they became enemies, they actually were good friends. Joe Frazier was doing good. Muhammad Ali, used to come to the gym, and he said, "Hey, look, man, why don't we go on a tour and promote? Why don't we go promote these? Because friends, you guys help each other build up the fight." And so they went everywhere, and he was calling them ugly gorilla, and I'll knock you out, and he was saying these things, but he was selling the fight, and but Joe Frazier didn't like what he was saying. Joe Frazier, by the time they came back from the tour, supposedly they hated each other, or or at least Joe Frazier, and they had to stop him even as when they were older. They had to stop him from, even when they were like kind of incapacitated. They said, "Hey, man, it's that let bygones." But did you know about that, huh?
Yeah, baby. My daughter just joined. She's in Clown Motel 3 as well. She's this is little Stabby. She was the leader of the Kid Clown. Yeah.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're famous.
Runs in the family.
Yeah, that's my heart right there. She's my whole world.
I see what you're living for.
Yeah, everything I do now is for her.
Of course.
Yes, sir. Family secret. Okay, and this is going to blow you away. His wife is a paranormal investigator just like us.
Yeah, I got my jacket on. We're actually part of a paranormal group called Hawaiian Hauntings, and Kayla and she's in Clown Motel 3 as well as Giselle, but she's one of the lead investigators for Hawaiian Hauntings, and I'm an honorary member. I've never went on a haunt with them or nothing, or an investigation. I'm sorry. But I've got the jacket on right now. It's a Hawaiian Hauntings jacket.
Can I see it?
So yeah, I don't know if you can see where it says Hawaiian
Yeah.
Hauntings, and then on the back it's got the logo.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
it glows in the dark. It's cool because when you cut the lights off, the Hawaiian Hauntings glows in the dark.
Nice.
So
One day,
Very cool.
yeah, and so we're
I'm just how long does it to put on this that you have on right now?
I actually, believe it or not, because the mask is custom made and it fits so well, it takes me about 15 minutes to put the black underneath it on my face. About 15 minutes, and then I just put the mask on. It don't take but a second. I can take it on and off like nothing.
Wow. Oh,
that's great.
And Stacy wanted to know what Demon Warrior.
I'm sorry, what was that?
Stacy wanted to know why the Demon Warrior was on the show. If you ever read comic books, that was a crossover event. That was
exactly.
Where, Obsolete met the Demon Warrior.
And that's awesome.
There you go.
Wow.
I'm very honored. That's awesome.
I'm sorry.
I love you guys, man. I've just met y'all, but I've fell in love with you guys. I think you're awesome.
It takes one. It takes one to know one. We feel it, man. I got a real good question for you. I got an interesting that you'll probably let her answer. What if? Okay, so the Joker. Okay, you versus Joker. What if they had it like to where, you know how the Hulk, everybody, he pretty much is the strongest of his type, but they got one guy called the Abomination that had 70 gamma rays. He had 10 more gamma rays of radiation. So he not as, he doesn't get as mad and as strong, but he's that one dude that when Hulk sees him, it's like, hey man, between you and I, we like the same. So it would be kind of interesting that you and the Joker, you're like the answer to him, like, hey man, you might be the Joker and everybody else, but to me, I know about all of that. Would be kind of interesting.
I would love. I would love that, brother. I tell you, I would. A huge Joker fan. I would love to be the clown to get under his skin because it's so hard to penetrate the Joker in any way, because he's the one with all the sense. And then you got my character, which would be trying to undermine him because the realm would be like, hey, there's only room for one clown king.
Okay.
And so that would be a good crossover, and I'm gonna tell you why. The reason being, it's from two different backgrounds, but the same goal is to be the most loved, feared, and hated clown at the same time.
Isaac, I gotta ask you something, Isaac. I'm gonna name off some clowns. You tell me if you can whip their ass or you're defeated. Okay, are you ready?
I'm ready, buddy.
All right, Sweet Tooth.
Oh, definitely. I'd whoop his ass.
Whoa. Okay. Jester.
Oh, I'm glad he said that.
Jester would be a little more complicated, but I think at the end, I think Obsolete will come out of it. Yeah.
Right. Joker.
Yeah.
Mentally, he's got me. Physically, I got him.
Yep.
Body him up.
Okay, Here's a tough one.
Okay.
Pennywise.
Okay, now that is a great one, and let me tell you why. Because he comes from a force that's unearthly, which Obsolete does too, though. So me and Pennywise,
but Pennywise turned into whatever he wanted to turn to.
I think if I seen Pennywise hurting a child, I would win.
Ooh, yeah.
Okay.
But I think if it was a straight up just who has the best powers, he might take me. He might.
Interesting.
Yeah, but if you become the Avenger of Children, that might give you the edge. I mean, honestly,
Yeah,
I think that makes a great character right there.
Yeah, me too. I do too. And that's one thing in the Clown Motel, I'm the only clown that don't go after a child, an innocent child. My
I like
character,
that. I like
my
that.
character's against that.
I like
My
that.
character, yeah, I actually defend even earthly children.
Oh,
So you'll see me attack other clowns, which is pretty cool.
And also, too,
now
you defend animals too.
I do defend animals. I'm a
And there are so many cruel people. I just today I was looking at Next Door Neighbor. And some asshole, excuse my language,
no, you're right.
took a dog, tied it up around a pole, and left it.
Oh,
so I read that kind of stuff, I'm about ready to cry. I mean,
me too.
Yeah,
Me too. It breaks my heart, man. Because I've got a Chihuahua that's 20 years old. I've had him since he was a puppy.
Wow.
And you could tell he's getting near the end of his life. You could tell he's losing his vision.
It makes you sad thinking about it, huh?
Oh, man, it breaks my heart. Every day I wake up and check on him to make sure he's okay. But he's been with me for 20. Yeah, when I see an animal get mistreated, because they're so loyal, they are. I love animals. We've got my Chihuahua, which is my daughter's now. She won't let me have him back. We've got a dwarf hamster, which is adorable. We've got two cats. Yeah, we've got two cats.
Nice,
we got South Brazilian roly polies, which is a rare breed. They're called they're red, and we got a bunch of fish, and I actually own a goat, which is funny.
So you like
nothing wrong with that.
Yeah. Now my goat's mean as hell. Sorry about the cussing, but my goat's mean.
So you're fun.
Yeah, he will butt the crap out of you. He don't play no games. But I still can't be mean to him.
That's your guy. He's a mean SOB, but that's your mean SOB.
That's right. That's right.
I say in my house, I have 2 trenchless, 2 dogs. I take care of all the feral cats in the neighborhood. I take care of the squirrels. I give them peanut butter sandwiches. I got raccoons over here, opossums, and I leave out food for them.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Every night.
That's awesome. I love tarantulas as well. Yeah.
So what I
Bill has 7 dogs and 3 cats.
Yep.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, Phil is on it, man. He walks in me. It's a big kid. I mean, he's on it all the time. I think I was gonna say, when people show me pictures of hunting pictures, like I have a family that used to, some members of my family was big on hunting. By the way, I do have my grandmother's from South Carolina, and she met her husband in Georgia, even though he came from Alabama. But the thing of it was they used to some of my family members hunt. They would hunt, but like when they show me the pictures of the bucks dead and this and that, to me, it just it bothers me, man. But anyway, that's just me.
I'm such a humanitarian, and I have been since birth, thank God. I don't fish, I don't hunt, I don't do none of that.
Me neither.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't do any
what
of that.
state are you in right now, Isaac?
What state am I in?
Yeah.
California.
I'm in California.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm in Southwest Missouri, so people, being northern sure. And so we will there's a lot of hunting stuff goes on here. I was saying people since vegetarian that I need to thank you. So.
And Missouri has terrible internet connection, so you're gonna have to forgive us, Isaac.
That's okay.
I'm sorry.
We can hear.
Yeah, I understand completely. I heard some of it. I didn't hear it all. a lot of people don't know, and this happened during the war. I lost half my hearing. So I can sometimes if you'll see me lean up, it's because I'm trying to get closer to my speaker.
Wow.
So yeah, that ain't that. And a lot of people tell me when they're video chatting me, they're like, "Why do you keep putting your ear to the phone?" I'm like, "I can't hear."
Oh, that brings up a serious point, man. My dad being a vet, and Phil and Paul, he never said much about it, but like he has a reel going through his head all the time of the stuff that happened, whether he sleep or not. He doesn't put it on me or not. He'll tell me stuff that happened if we get to talking, but like I never knew until he started going to his therapy group recently, because he's 79. But them talking about it, I guess that was the first time where he kind of just let me know, hey man, this goes like it's in your head all the time,
Yeah. There's certain things, and my hat's off to your father. I know he's a great man, just because because you're a great guy, and you can't raise a great guy without being a great guy. So my hat's off to him. There are times I wake up at night screaming, and my daughter, my youngest daughter, I got a daughter that's 29. I even got grandkids, but my youngest daughter, the one that y'all met just now, she don't understand, Daddy, what's going on, and I'm not in the mindset to tell my 6-year-old what's going on. But yeah, I see things, and stuff like I'm doing right now is a huge distraction, and it helps me a lot. I love socializing. I love meeting new people. And I made a promise to myself, when I come home, I would only be violent if necessary. And that means if someone's trying to attack my family or someone I care about.
Right.
So I'm against violence. People don't watching my movies, you'll be like, nah, he ain't against violence. I really am against violence. I don't think no one should be hurt, because every living human is beautiful to me. And I am so anti, any violence. I don't like this violence. I even try to break violence up if I see it occurring. So
that's good. You like the other good. You like that other good energy. You like to stay in that good energy. That's beautiful.
Yeah. I love the good energy, man. I tell you, I just want to live and love and learn, because I learn every day. A lot of people forget the word learn. They think they've been in this business so long they don't have to learn, or they've been in that business so long they don't have to learn. It's a never-ending process of learning, no matter what you do. And that's what I never take for granted, is the wisdom others can give me.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well said, my brother.
Isaac, you're a great guy. Isaac, I got to ask you something. Your
yes,
wife,
sir.
That paranormal group, and I know that it says Hawaii. Was it in Hawaii?
Yeah. My wife lived in Hawaii for 30 years.
Okay. Wow.
We actually met on Facebook when I was living in South Carolina. She was living in Hawaii, and we flew out to Vegas to meet each other, and we fell in love and got married in Vegas. And her family is originally from California, from Los Angeles, and her mom got sick with cancer, and we flew out. We moved out here to help take care of her mom, and thank God her mom's in remission now. Her mom's fine.
Thank God.
So yeah, thank God for that. But I fell in love with LA, except the traffic. Except the traffic.
Oh, God, I know.
Man, I'm back and forth down all the time. What street you? Hey, look, 105, 110, 710. That's all. It's always jacked up.
It is. I hate it. I hate the traffic. That's the only thing I can say negative about LA is the traffic.
But you can get filet mignon tacos down there and ribeye steak tacos, man.
You can. It's really different from South Carolina. When I first moved out here, it was a culture shock. I was like, whoa, what is going on here,
Yeah.
And now I ain't gonna lie, California's been so good to me. That I can never say I hate California, because I've got the best medical now that I've ever had. I've got acting jobs that I never thought I'd be in. I've got a lot of famous friends that I never thought I would meet that used to be my heroes, and now they're just my buddies, and I've met a lot of great people out here. And like I say, I just love the American people, period. I would run for president if I could,
Hey,
I love it.
Isaac,
Yeah.
I've been to Fort Jackson, South Carolina for a little while when I was in the
Yes,
Army.
sir.
And I
Yes,
went
sir.
to Charleston,
Yeah.
South Carolina.
Mhm.
Very haunted place. Did your wife ever investigate Charleston, South Carolina?
No, actually, she didn't. She never investigated outside of Hawaii that I know of. But Charleston, my brother lives in Charleston right now. Uh, that's where he moved to. We're originally from a little town called Spartanburg, South Carolina. But but yeah, my wife, as far as I know, has only investigated in Hawaii. But she's open to investigate anywhere. I mean, she loves paranormal, and she's got me to loving it. I didn't understand it at first, but the more she talked about it and the more I got to understanding her point of view, I'm like, yeah, it's something I'm interested in. I think it's cool. Uh, I would love to do it one time, to see if I'm okay at it. I can't promise I can't promise anything.
There they go.
What'd you do for Halloween, man? I mean, you had the best costume going for Halloween. What'd you do?
Actually, I didn't use this costume because I was working at Fright Fest for Six Flags.
Okay.
I was actually a ghoul. I was in a UV room, and I had glow in the dark paint on. And I hit around a corner, and when someone would come in, I would run out and yell at them real loud. That's one of the reasons my voice is going right now.
He was scaring the mess out of people, huh?
I was scared. I had this one guy just trembling. He was just shaking so bad.
All right,
But,
so
yeah.
we're gonna be running out the new character. You said it's something.
Yeah, my new character. I want to reveal him in December. I want to reveal him the first week of December. And like I say, I'd be honored if you guys would let me introduce him here. I mean,
Oh yeah.
he's a hell of a character. It's one that I'm really proud of. One I come up with in my head.
I'm excited.
And one I want to use to scare. I mean, he's going to scare people too, but he's going to be a character that can embody positivity and stand against the bullying and stand against the hate. And, I've always been raised, it don't matter what religion you are, what color you are, what, nationality you are. If they're good people, they're good people. You love those people. And I'm all about love. People don't believe it, but I'm a lover. But yeah, that's Obsolete's not really known for that because, I built this character to be scary and, whatever, anybody takes from this character. But in the end, I want to leave a legacy of positivity, and through art, you can do anything. And I notice social media is such a big platform now. I feel like it's just right. To where if I never do another movie again, which I got another movie I'm working on right now called Death Bitch 2. But if I never do another movie, I just want to be a character for social media and be positive.
Well, you
And
put it on TikTok.
Hey,
Little shorts.
we got 3 minutes. So I got to ask Isaac, how can people find you?
I'm only on Instagram and Facebook. I don't know how to work TikTok or Twitter or anything like that. I'm a computer ingenious. I don't know, a computer retard.
Your daughter's going to end up helping you. She'll help you.
Yeah, she'll help me.
I'll help you too.
Oh, thank you. But yeah, you can find me on Facebook at Isaac Dirty Dog Stewart, and you can find me on Instagram as I think it's Kiara's Pup, but you can also put in Obsolete Entity, and it'll pop up.
Okay.
And yeah, so you can find me on Instagram. You can find me on Facebook, and I accept anybody that's positive and loving. And like I say, I don't mind if you ever got a problem. Once you're my people and y'all are my people now, if you ever got a problem, I don't give a damn if it's 3 o'clock in the morning, call me. I mean, y'all can have my personal number, everything. If you ever need, yeah, exactly. If you ever need anything, I'm there. If it's just a shoulder to cry on, because, I'm also a survivor of anxiety and depression. So I know how dark things can get for people, and your mind is something you can't just cut off no matter how bad you want to. So, I'm here, I'll be the voice of reason, the
Like
person
that,
you listen
man.
to. Yeah, brother. Exactly.
Thank you, Isaac, so much.
Oh, you're
Love
so
you,
welcome.
Dad. You are amazing. Thank you so much.
You're a great
Thank
guy,
you. You're
Isaac.
amazing.
You're a great guy.
You're a great guy too, brother.
The ball was like,
brother.
Paul was like, throw this dude up right away. He's a heavy hitter, man. He's a great guy. But
Yes, sir.
Hey,
Yes, sir. I
the
appreciate
Detroit
y'all.
Warriors liked you too.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's over there. Yeah.
It's gonna look great too on the shorts. It's gonna look great. The mask. I was right on, man. That's just it's lit, man.
Actually,
I'm gonna get a hold of you to take
this will be published. It'll be published by next Tuesday.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be great.
Okay.
Hey man, you need to use that AI. You need to use the AI to start making your movies. If nobody else, but you doing something else with the other clowns, man, that's you on to something,
Oh yeah, definitely. And I found when I first started doing the clown thing, a lot of people related to the clowns. It was something different that they could reach out and be a fan of. And I started out with a group called Misfit Mafia. It was a social media group.
Nice.
Wow. Okay.
And what we would go live with like 3 or 4 of us